In today's episode of Willful, we spoke with Mark Challen, an arts and culture historian, illustrator, and a Van Gogh with Copic markers. You can watch and listen to Mark in action at Stylecooler.com. So you are about to launch. By the time this airs, it will have launched.
Yeah.
But you created a destination site called Stylecooler.com.
Yeah, Stylecooler. It's a bit of a mouthful.
So tell us about it.
Stylecooler.
What is it? What's the format?
Well, I'm still figuring that out. Can you believe? Allison, it took me so long to just describe to people what I was doing. And I was so distressed about that. For the longest time, I didn't have an elevator pitch. And even now, sitting across from me, I still stumble on my words a bit. But I think I've got an idea. So should I sort of break it down for
Yes.
you? It's going to be like a Wikipedia of style. So one day, you'll be able to type in, for instance, we're sitting at a bar. You'll be able to type in classic bar style, and up will come a whole bunch of information. Imagine if Wikipedia was fun, and it had videos and quizzes and sound bites and great illustrations. That's what I'm trying to create.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
It does. I love how ambitious it is, and I think that you bring the right skill set to the table to do that.
Oh, thank you.
It's
Thank
very
you.
exciting.
Yeah, but there's a lot of naysayers, right? Like a lot of people are like, well, why would you do this? Or how could you even start? And for me, that's really been the big journey over the past year is how do I start?
Okay.
Yeah.
So how did you? What were some of the first things you pulled together?
Well, when I left House and Home, the first thing I did is I sort of came home to my house and I realized I had to create an office in my house. So I found my favorite room, our living room, where I've got a nice vista. I've got my desk. I started buying art supplies again. I went to school like you for art history years ago. And I lost the love of being able to draw. And I can't remember who it was, but they said, when you're cast adrift and you're trying to find your way, make sure you create something every day.
Right.
So if you're a chef, make sure you're cooking every day. If you're a speaker, make sure you're speaking every day. Well, I knew I wanted to create a style library and I needed visuals, so I should draw them. So every day I started to draw.
And was this something you truly had let go of for 2 decades?
Yeah, great question. Well, because I'm in a visual medium at House and Home, I used to sketch very quickly, but they were like, stick figures of people.
Yeah.
But I knew I had it in me if I would just spend the time. And one of the great things about leaving the job is that all of a sudden my days were free. So I could actually sit down with a pad, and if I was going to draw, a glass like this, it's like, oh, that's how that line connects to this, and this is where the shadows need to go. It's almost like the world revealed itself to me.
I discovered that you had left House and Home Media when I was on Instagram one day, and I saw one of your time-lapse drawings. My first reaction was, wow, I didn't know Mark could draw. Was this a common reaction?